Happy Friday, everybody. Today, we're going to work on another tool that can be beneficial for a lot of things. One of the main uses that we probably see this tool that we're going to talk about today is e-learning. So we know a lot of questions about e-learning and how to necessarily deliver content that is both appropriate and organic for your class. That makes sense. That is within the normal scope and sequence for what you're doing in class. So the tool today is Snagit. It's something that's available to every teacher in Warsaw Community Schools. You can gain access. You can get that downloaded on your computer, and you can start using it today. As long as you can get in contact with your tech, and we can get that downloaded and make that work for you. So just to kind of start off and show you just what the basics of Snagit look like. If I go ahead and open Snagit, once I download it or once I use it, it'll kind of be in my apps. This is just kind of the app starter, similar to the PC start menu. And I'm going to go ahead and find Snagit. This is kind of this is the Snagit editor. It's going to pull up kind of this piece here. The other thing that's kind of nice about Snagit is it does keep a recording space up in your top bar for either on a Mac, it's on the kind of in this top bar, and on a PC, it'd be down at the bottom um, in your options location down at the bottom. But if coming from the editor, I can hit capture. It's going to pull that down for me. I have some different options here as I look at it. There's an all-in-one option that as I go, it's going to capture photo or video. There's an image option, which is very similar to the screen snippet tool on a lot of our PCs and Macs. And then also there's a video option. And this one feels like it's the most powerful because of what you can do with it. All of these YouTube videos, anything that Nate and I do to record videos are done with this video recording, screen recording option. There's a lot of screen recorders out there, either as a Chrome extension or as other software that you can download. Macs and PCs both have native pieces that they utilize as screen recording, but I think the power in Snagit and in TechSmith, the company that makes Snagit as a whole, is what you can do after you make that recording. Today we're just going to look at the recording piece, and then in a later video we'll talk about how you can make those videos interactive and really deploy those in a way that your students can manipulate and work with, and you can add in questions and different interactive pieces to it. So today, just talking about that video, right now I'm recording this video using Snagit. So as I go in and I hit that capture button, it's going to allow me to select a screen. So because again, I'm recording, it's not going to allow me to select it because I'm already recording. So when I would hit capture, it's going to allow me to select any part of the screen. It's going to give me kind of a cursor that allows me to select either drag and highlight, or I can select just a window to highlight and record and kind of integrate that into it. So there's a lot of different options with doing that. The other part is as you screen record, you have some of these options to look at and use. So that preview in the editor, once this is over, I have the option to go in and edit just like this video here. Within this editing box, I can edit, I can change around where I want it to start, I can cut out different pieces, I can do some quick editing pieces with this, mainly just cropping that video to the size that I want right after I record it. So if I'm doing this on the morning of an e-learning day and I want to, I need to cut out some different parts here and there, I can crop those in and out and make those work for the need that I have. So if I'm back in this capture spot, I can see capture my cursor. If I turn that off, you wouldn't see my mouse moving right now. You would just see the actions on the screen. I can record a microphone. This is really handy for a couple of reasons. If I'm going through the screen sharing and I am narrating like I am now, if I want to provide that background for students to see, or if I'm going through a slides presentation, I can open up a slides presentation and I can narrate that slides presentation as well. So as I go through and I create, and maybe I already had some direct instruction planned for that day that I want to provide students, I can go to that slides presentation, turn on Snagit, and go through it like I would have throughout the school day, but now now I have a video of it, and I can attach that to an e-learning lesson that makes it, makes it almost a direct replacement of having that direct instruction now digitally. And that can benefit as well later on down the road if if you have a sick day and you need a sub and you want to deploy that to students in a different way, you can use it in that manner. Or if you know, in future years, now that you have this video of that direct instruction, you can now be a little bit more flexible with that lesson plan for the day. Now, in a future year, if I know I have this video of that direct instruction, hey, maybe you know what, I'm gonna flip this lesson a little bit, allow students to watch this video on their own time, maybe to begin class. Then I can go in and remediate and work with individual students as the rest of the class may be receiving that direct instruction. I can have one-on-one meetings or small group meetings as I do that. So again, as I'm going through that capture or those options, and then the last one is record system audio. So this is something that requires a little bit extra work, and again, we can come and help and set that up. But as we do that, you can record the audio that would have come out of your speakers. So for example, if I was if I had music on the background of this, or if I want to include music in my presentation, then I can include that music, have it playing in the background. It'll record not only my voice, but it also record the music that would have been coming out of my speakers or into my earphones to make that happen. Once I'm done with the video, it'll pop up in this editor and it's ready to go. I think again the power in what Snagit does and the power in what TechSmith does with Snagit is not necessarily that screen recording. Like I said, there's a lot of different options out there for screen recording, but it's what you can do with after it. From the simple option of just being able to have this video and email it quickly to someone, or I can then hit the share button once I'm done, and I can share it to any of these options. There's a lot of different avenues that people use. The one that I consistently use is Google Drive. So if I am done with this video, I'm ready to share it with somebody, or I want to put it into another medium. Maybe I wanted to put it in YouTube, but instead of putting it directly into YouTube, I want to put it into Google Drive first. I can send it there and it'll save it there. Something we'll cover in a later video is TechSmith Relay and how that necessarily fits into what you're looking to do and how that may help in some of those e-learning situations and how that can be beneficial. That's something that we'll talk about down the road. But you can really make these videos pretty simply and pretty quickly if you get caught in a jam or need a quick video to share with students. Like I said, Nate and I use this consistently, almost daily, to record either a quick how-to for a teacher who may have a question, or for videos like this where we are providing some professional development nuggets. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And if you can't find Snagit on your computer or are looking for a way to get it downloaded, reach out to one of us or your tech in your building, and we can figure out a way to get it onto your computer. Have a good weekend, and hope you enjoyed.